Hi, it's Tanya and it's Talk About It Tuesday. This week I noticed that someone had posted a quote, and the quote was by Kylie Francis, and it read, "The risk that you're afraid to take could be the one that changes your entire life." With that, my topic is going to be just do it. In 2021, allow yourself to be vulnerable and just do it. Today, I would like to share with you a story of one of the many just do it opportunities that I've had over the years. In 2014, I decided that it was time for me to emerge from the shadows and to be back on stage. I had auditioned years and years ago for different productions in California when I was stationed in California, and so I went into teaching, and so I became a teacher, and there just wasn't any time. In 2014, I decided that I was going to audition for a production that was being put on by Stage Right at the Crichton Theater. And I went to that audition. It had to be like October, November, because the show was scheduled to be July of 2015. I went to that audition, and you think, oh, you're going to be in Shrek. Shrek was a musical. And as I've said before, singing is not my thing. It is, but it's not. Singing alone is terrifying. I went and I filled out the application, and it said musical, and I was like, oh, that means they want you to sing. This is a joke. I wanted to turn and run out of the theater, but I didn't. I stayed. I filled out the application, and as I'm sitting there waiting for them to call my name, every lyric to every song that I've ever sang in church or on the radio that I'm diddy bopping with most of the time, could not recall them at all. I'm listening to these young thespians get on stage and display this beautiful artistry of their vocals, and I'm like, oh, I should just leave, but I didn't. They called my name, and I went on stage, and I didn't have any music, and I was terrified. And they said, what are you going to sing for us today? And I said, I'm going to do the Marine Corps hymn, because that's the one thing that I could remember the lyrics to. So I stood up there and I sang the Marine Corps hymn for my very first theatrical audition in 2014. It's kind of humorous now, but it worked. 2 days later, the list was posted, and I was casted as Mama Bear. And it was an amazing experience, just getting to work alongside of all of that rich knowledge and talent. I was just in awe of the production makeup of taking chances on people and giving them an opportunity to be on stage, an opportunity to shine. And so with every rehearsal and with every practice, it was like, bring your best, because people are going to pay to see this show, and they deserve to see something that's exquisite. They need to see the magic that exists in theater. And so it was like a lot of hard work. Even though my lines were short, but the experience was so rich and so involved. I did a lot of dancing and a lot of singing, and I had some lines in there, here and there, but it didn't matter. I was Mama Bear, and I had a role to play, and I was ecstatic. Whew, made it through that one. I was so encouraged that the next December, I auditioned for Legally Blind, which was the next summer. And then after that, that summer I auditioned for Miracle on the 34th Street, which was that December. And then after that, I was hooked, and I was back into the scene, and I was going through Montgomery and Harris County auditioning, and some were a yes, and there were a lot of no's. But it didn't matter. I was showing up, and I was giving myself a chance to do something that I loved. Eventually, after 4 or 5 years of auditioning each summer for the Ensemble Theater, I received an opportunity to be a part of their educational tours program, and I was cast in A Wrinkle in Time as Mrs. Whatsit, and we traveled throughout schools within Harris County and to rec centers and put on these amazing productions for 2 years. That was yet again another highlight, grand experience for me. So the moral is kind of saying this: You never know how the little things are going to prepare you for the big things. I didn't know going to that audition at the Crichton Theater, terrified to sing on stage, would eventually give me an opportunity to work for the Ensemble Theater in Houston. What an amazing gift. What an amazing honor to have been cast in one of their productions. And with the way things are now, I cannot wait for the world to open back up, just to kind of get back out there and to, share that gift and that talent again, to be on stage, whether it's in community theater or it's on with a professional company. It's electrifying, and it's terrifying at the same time, because there's so much talent. And just do it and make yourself available for opportunities that you would count yourself out on to have come your way is like a wonderful, amazing experience. So the risk that you're afraid to take could be the one that changes your entire life. Those auditions and those experiences later led me on to become Mo in Cannibals, a production that I did with Company on Stage. I'll share more with you about that experience at another time. This has been Tanya with Talk About It Tuesday. Have a great week and just do it. I look forward to speaking with you again next time.